You can get a high-priced Parisian apartment for significantly less if you know exactly how to approach the landlord. This is the story of how I got my €500 apartment per day for only 850 euros per month. Here's how you do it. First, I went on Le Bon Coin, and on that website, you can go and set your parameters. I had set it for a studio apartment or a one-bedroom apartment anywhere in Paris or Greater Paris. Then, I had reached out to a few landlords, but I saw this one listing of this apartment. It was just very me. When I read the description and saw that it was listed at 500 per day, I honestly thought that it was probably just a mistake. Maybe it was by week or by month. I didn't know. I was so new to France, I didn't know. I wrote an email to the landlord anyways. The email had said something to the effect of, "I'm new in France. I don't speak French very well. I'm writing out to you with a translator. I saw that you had listed an apartment and I just wanted to double check the price. I'm going to be here long term for about 3 years and I would be very interested in renting that space." Then I had ended it with something like, "Since I'm new to France, I don't know the system very well. Just let me know whatever documents you need, whoever you need me to contact, let me know, and I will be more than happy to get that paperwork to you ASAP." And within 2 or 3 days, I got a reply back saying, "Thank you for contacting me. I'd be more than happy to, chat and see what you're looking for. I'm a real estate agent. My son will show you the apartment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your budget is in general with apartments." I met her son. We went out, we saw the apartment in Issy-les-Moulineaux, and there I just fell in love with it. You can see in these photos, it was fantastic. After that, I contacted the landlord again immediately and said, "I love it, I want it, what do you need?" This is the tricky part. In France, you cannot get an apartment without a job. You cannot get a job without a bank account, and you cannot get a bank account without a job. It is the most grueling cycle. It sounds fake, especially when you go in there and you hear this. It is quite literally the system of France. How do you get a bank account without a job, and how do you get a job if you don't have a bank account, and how do you secure an apartment if you don't have either of those two? It was awful. Here's how I cracked that. I had already done interviews. The one company that I really liked, they couldn't confirm it without a bank account. I asked them, "Can I please schedule a date to speak with you and the bank?" They said, "Not a problem." Then I got the bank that I had wanted, and I reached out to that bank and said, "I know you can't give me a bank account without a job, so can I schedule a date to speak with you and the job?" Not a problem. The same date at the same time, I walked into the bank. And then on my phone, I said, "I'm more than happy to call the job up so you can speak to them, and whatever information you need, you can ask them right there directly, and we don't have to go through this kind of bureaucratic thing." Not a problem. He called them from his own phone. The bank and the job spoke to each other right there in real time. They confirmed everything that they needed. Now I had both. Then I went to the landlord and I said, "Here are the paperwork for both." It was all done within like 24 hours. The landlord took it, signed me onto that contract. It was smooth sailing once I got that scheme of setting up a phone conversation between the bank and the job. I encourage you to do that. Everything was already provided. It was furnished. It had sheets, bed sheets, etc., silverware, dishware, stuff like that. And it had a backyard, a private backyard that was all to my own. It was one of the most lucrative rental deals that I have ever done. But now I choose to live for free using trusted house sitters. So I don't know if I will ever have to use that scheme again. I've done that for Russia in Moscow. I've done that for Ecuador, Cuenca in Ecuador. It is one of the best ways to get extremely unique or expensive apartments that are in good shape and in good quality. Those type of apartments that they are caking on the dollars per day or per week. Most landlords that I have seen who have ads like that, they're one of two. They either already have a consistent clientele and therefore they're automatically going to say, nope, I can make more money if I do it per day or per week. Or number two, they are just starting in some way, shape, or form to launch this type of business scheme where they will be renting out per day or per week. Those are the ones that you want, but you don't know who they are unless you reach out. You can do it. Negotiate that price. Negotiate that price. You can do it. If you need tips or advice or you're struggling with some aspect on how to get this done in Paris, let me know. Shove it in the comment section. I have done that right. I understand what you are going through. It is a very bureaucratic system, but you can crack that system if you have the right friends, knowledge, or both. Until next time. Hey, so morning, or it might be late morning, very late morning, but I am coming to you from my new apartment in Paris. It's like south of the last arrondissement. I think the 15th is right above me. I'm happy with what I found. I love it so much. It is such a charming apartment. I was really lucky to find it. I don't know, I got really lucky. So I am really excited. I'm gonna show you my new place.